Louis Zamperini was an Olympic runner, a bombardier, and a Japanese POW of World War II. However, his greatest feat was to forgive his Japanese captors, some of the worst criminals of this century. Zamperini relied on his faith in God, who ultimately taught him that only forgiveness can bring a soul true peace and happiness.
Zamperini was a famous Olympic athlete before enlisting to become a bombardier in World War II. After surviving 47 days at sea, he was captured by Japanese officials and was taken to Execution Island, where he was a prisoner for 2 years. There he was tormented and abused very harshly by the Japanese officials. He was eventually rescued from this horror by American soldiers. However, the scars, hate, and resentment for his captures remained deep within Zamperini.
Coming home wasn't easy for Zamperini. He dealt with severe PTSD and became an uncontrollable alcoholic. His scars and hate would not heal. His wife Cynthia was concerned for his health and happiness, so she sent him to hear a young preacher, Billy Graham.
I do not believe that any man can solve the problems of life without Jesus Christ.
Graham's wise words of forgiving and letting go of the pain of the past inspired Zamperini to become a Christian, as well as an inspirational speaker. Zamperini renewed his promise he made to God on the raft at sea. If you save me, I will serve you forever.
In 1950, Zamperini traveled back to Japan, where he made a truly remarkable choice to forgive and shake hands with the Japanese captors that made his life a living hell. Why would Zamperini forgive the people that attempted to destroy his life? He was different from many other people. Although he may have been the most tortured of all of the men, he knew that only forgiveness could lead to true peace and happiness.
With the Japanese and with Americans, as an individual, Zamperini could forgive them. And that was a good thing to do for himself rather than hold on to that bitterness and anger. But I think as a society, it was right to bring them to trial, right to have all those Tokyo tribunals, and then when the United States actually released a lot of those people who were Class A war criminals, that was a mistake, and they should have been punished for their crimes. And I think that sends a much better message than just forgiving. As an individual, I can forgive, but as a society, I think we've got to follow the laws and punish people who commit crimes against humanity.
Many people, especially POWs, were inspired by Zamperini's passion for forgiving those who were truly unforgivable. Eric Lomax, a war veteran who fought in World War II, forgave his Japanese captor, Takashi Nagase, who tormented him just like Zamperini. He went to Thailand to meet with Nagase in 1993. Another veteran who was inspired by Zamperini's actions was a man named Ben Parcel, who fought in the Vietnam War. He too relied on the power of forgiving to restore him. He soon went back to Vietnam, where he shook hands with one of his captors in 1983. These are only 2 of hundreds of individuals that were inspired by Zamperini's spirit of forgiveness.
Louis Zamperini, a man of great human spirit, has taught the whole world a truly remarkable message. In his own words, I think the hardest thing in life is to forgive. Hate is self-destructive. If you hate somebody, you're not hurting the person you hate, you're hurting yourself. It's a healing, actually. It's a real healing. Forgiveness.